friends, and welcome to another episode of Fort Worth Roots. You can find the Fort Worth Roots podcast on all of your favorite streaming services, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, and many more. You can also go to our website, fortworthroots.com. You can see an entire catalog of our podcast episodes. This is episode 174. And we also on our website have all of our sponsors listed under trusted sponsors at the top of the website. Lots of good information. Again, that is at fortworthroots.com. Guys and gals, it's that time of year again. Go to the Fort Worth Weekly at fwweekly.com and scroll down until you see the Music Awards ballot. Click on that thing and then give your local musicians a little bit of support. Some of the awards that you can, some of the nominees that you can select, or some of the categories to vote on, rather. Album, Americana, Roots Band, Avant-Garde, bassist, blues band, country band, DJ, artist, drummer, folk act, guitarist, hip-hop artist, keyboardist, metal band, new band, pop act. Anyway, you get the idea. Go check it out, fwweekly.com. And I don't see here where or when the polls close, but it's going to happen soon. So get out there, go online, make your selections. It takes 5 minutes to shoot through this list, and everybody on that nominee list is going to be very thankful that you got out there and gave them a little bit of love. Again, that is fwweekly.com. I'll have that information in the show notes, but it's super easy. Today's episode is going to be just a little bit different because we wanted to showcase some of the music that we've had on the show over the last 3.5 years here on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. So you're going to get a little taste of that. Our guest today is music from all the guests we've had in the past. Now, we just kind of randomly threw a dart at the board and picked some of the music that we had. We, for some reason, did not retain all of the music that's been played on the show. So this is just kind of a shallow dip into some of the music that we've had here on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. As we move through this list, I will do a little introduction for each one of the bands that we're going to showcase in this one and tell you a little bit about them briefly. And this is all kind of a soft launch for something that we're preparing in 2024. We are allowing or graciously accepting local musicians that want to showcase their music on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. We're going to do another playlist like this, and then we're going to have you, the listener, vote on which ones you want to see put on a final cut. Still working out the details as far as categories and how you guys are going to vote on this thing, but this is kind of a rough draft of that, just to kind of give the local musicians an idea of what we're talking about doing. But, Fort Worth Roots podcast is not a music-centric podcast. I tell people that all the time, but whenever we started this show 3.5 years ago, it kind of, in between then and now, has taken on a life of its own. And we certainly do a lot of work with the local music scene. And it's something that over the years I've become a lot more passionate about. It's what makes Fort Worth. I swear to God it is. If we didn't have the music scene that we have here in Fort Worth, it wouldn't be the same city. And I tell you, I decided probably, a month or two ago that I needed to quit telling people, hey, you need to go out and you need to watch a show, because that's not going to get anybody off the couch to go watch these shows. So instead, I'm calling on you, the listeners of the show, our friends that already make it out to see our live musicians. I swear to God, I see the same 50 to 60, maybe 70 people out at these shows. Every time I go into a room, a venue, to watch a live show, I know just about everybody in the room, and it's not because I'm somebody. It's because it's the same people all the time. Frequenting these live musicians, these venues that are playing live music. So my message is to you guys. You need to start bringing friends. I can't yell at these people any louder. They're not getting off the couch, but your friends, they'll listen to you. So start bringing people to these shows. Our first band that I'm going to play for you guys is Icarus Bell. It's off of episode 37, a long time ago, with our friend Matt Naveski. The name of this track is Bones. And if you want to get the full story, go check out episode 37 on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Thank you guys for being here, and let's start the show. Now, if that track sounded familiar, again, that's Bones by Icarus Bell. Matt Nevesky gave that to us so that we could sample from it, and it is the intro and I believe the outro for the podcast. That's why it sounded so familiar, and that's the reason we started off with that one. Shout out to Matt Nevesky. We'd love to have you back on the show, sir. He is the only one inside today's playlist that is not a Fort Worth musician. Matt Nevesky is the bassist for a band that you might have heard of called Blue October. The track that you just listened to, of course, is Bones by Icarus Bell, and that's Matt Nevesky and I think just one other friend, and they started that project together. Matt Nevesky also has a studio down in Austin, Texas, more specifically Dripping Springs, I believe, or just on the line there. The name of the studio is Orb Recording Studios, and we hope to get to do some more work with Matt in the future out there at Orb Recording Studios. Looking forward to that. This next song is Chisos Mission Blues. I hope I pronounced that right. It's by Keegan McEnroe, and he was on episode 173, the one right before this. This is on his new album, Agnes.
All the spirits of the dead are singing in the room behind the altar, all out of tune. They say their bodies lay there cold before they lay down in a hole. Nobody sleeps, nobody can. They're up all night with those Chisos Mission Blues again. Yeah, they're singing 3 tongues, y hablas en 3 lenguas. Diva, lingua, cemetery jumps with the stories of the dead, and they ain't dead yet. Sign a contract on the hood. How don't these Chisos Mission Blues feel good? You can hear the living on a porch from these little white pews, telling tales, some might be true. The dog barks and it chews at his claws. This hate is like a symphony. The chainsaws in the yard. The cock crows and the pussy purrs. Bats a mouse with those Chisos Mission Blues. How the scorpion mother eats her babe till she makes it out of a cave. Nobody sees where she goes. All her dead children gotta know. Murder, mercy, friend or foe. The score blitz moan those Chisos Mission Blues. Strokes his chin, takes a hit, grabs his lens, down to the Rio, barefoot in the mud. He gives his blessing to the groom and the bride. Guitars explode, but it ain't nothing new. He's shit dangin' Chisos Mission Blues. Love, a man builds a house for his swinging neighbors, swinging spouse. But he gets locked out when his wife comes to play. How it burns him in a most vicious way. He shoots a lock, it ricochets. Now it's an eternal Chisos Mission Blues day. Laughs, licks his lips, yellow eye, playing his tricks. Did you see what you saw? Hard to know, could be wrong. He'll have you howling at the moon. Island Chisos Mission Blues. Yeah, poor Mr. Perry, he brought his wife. She took one look, said no dice. Back to Chicago, she's never to return. Now Perry, he hangs his head and he groans. Sing with me, children, sing all at once. Gee, ain't these Chisos Mission Blues nice? Mescaleros in their masks, sitting with the priest. Las familias de los mineros, with their hands on their knees. You can't hear it, but it's there. Behind the pictures, behind the stairs. Light a candle, say a prayer. Ask those Chisos Mission Blues in your ear. Yeah, the spirits of the dead are singing out of tune, rattling the cross of old Jesus. Little mission bell just jingles in the wind, and in walks a roadrunner with chili on his chin. 2 owls in the belfry, both say who? Well, you know it's those Chisos Mission Blues.
Again, that's Chisos Mission Blues by our friend Keegan McEnroe, and you can get the entire episode on Fort Worth Roots Podcast, episode 173. That's from the album Agnes that he recorded, I believe, entirely out in Terlingua, Texas, in a Adobe chapel. It's a really cool story, and I'd love for you to hear more about it. Go to the Fort Worth Roots Podcast, look up episode 173. This next song is called New Age by the Cutthroat Finches, given to us by Sean Russell in episode 106. And then directly after that, we're going to play another track from, I think, the same album, but it's called 2 Stars.
I don't believe in polite conversation. Everybody wants to get in a fight. The new true religion, we're the product of apathy and lies, lies, lies. You should give it a try. This is a new recognize your face. When morning breaks, I'll be floating above the atmosphere. Make no mistake, I'm coming home to you, my dear. Above the rain, I'll find a place, and the stars will hear my heart whisper your name, and every star will learn to recognize your face. Kissed your cheek as you sleep, be at peace, quiet your fears. Above the rain, I'll find a place, and the stars will hear my heart whisper your name. Don't be afraid, nothing has changed, and every star will learn to recognize your face.
Awesome. Okay, that one was 2 stars, and the one right before that was New Age by the Cutthroat Finches. And there's actually a pretty badass little video that goes along with New Age. You'll have to look it up yourself. Cutthroat Finches, New Age, Sean Russell. You need to see this video. It's pretty awesome. And I'm not sure who that guy is in the opening sequence for that video. I think I know who it is, but I don't want to say without asking some people. But the video that they shot, the location where they shot that video was in the what is that thing called? It's the old theater down there in the stockyards before it got renovated. It's really grungy. It's really cool. You got to check that out. New Age by Cutthroat Finches. This next song is by 2 of the nicest people you're ever going to meet, Tips and Obermiller. And this next song is called Thick Ass Thieves. Oh, excuse me. Thick as Thieves. Episode 131 is where you can find the story on them talking about this album, and I hope you get a chance to check it out.
I've got a man I love till death. If I'd have wagered, I'd have met him, I'd have lost that bet. We always have a reason and a way to leave. In spite of ourselves, now we think as thieves. Thick as thieves, as thieves. Tied together as tight as we could be. Thick as thieves. My love's daddy died before we met. That's just the way it had to be, I guess. She swears sometimes he speaks through me. She says we'd have been thick as thieves. Thick as thieves. together as tight as we could be. Thick as thieves. Me and my baby used to fight and cuss about exes, directions, politics and such. Thanks to our mutual depravity, me and my baby now we're thick as thieves. Thick as thieves, as thieves. Depravity loves company. It makes you thick as thieves. Pulled together by love and other mysteries. Thick as thieves. I got a lady I love till death.
Again, the name of that track is Thick as Thieves. That's Tips and Obermiller, and I've done a bad job of highlighting this, but a lot of the people that are on the playlist today are in the Fort Worth Weekly's nominations. And you can go and vote for your favorite band or artist in the category that they're listed in by going to the Fort Worth Weekly website at fwweekly.com and casting your vote. And I know I saw Tips and Obermiller in there because I voted for him. Thick as Thieves was the name of that last track. This next track is called Trash Day, and it's by Gabby Minton. You can find her on episode 135 here on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Let's play it.
Watching over just to make me feel better. These days a little fucked up. I appreciate you and everything you do. I just hope you appreciate me too. Am I being manipulated? Are you just sexually frustrated? Oh, you killed me. I hope she kills you too. Told myself I'd stop calling red flags out of me, but then you decided that this was all a game. Cash out my chest. I need to walk away. Take him, you can have him. I don't want him anymore. Leave him where I found him, coming through your door. Don't open my blinds in the wrong direction, using them to hide your lies and not my discussion. Leave me alone, no, this isn't right. Can't keep blaming myself for someone else's side. Thursday's trash day. Take it with you. Go back where you belong. Take Thursday's trash day. I don't like you anymore. Leave him where I found him, coming through your door. Take Thursday's trash day. I don't like you anymore. Leave him where I found him, coming through your door.
That was Trash Day by Gabby Minton. Again, that's on episode 135 with the Fort Worth Roots podcast. We actually had J.O.E. in that recording along with Gabby Minton. Pretty fun little episode. Check it out. This next song is one of the favorite tracks that we've ever had played on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. It's called Treading Water. It's by Hightower. And our friend Lindsay Hightower gave us this track in episode 041. Go check out episode 41, Treading Water by Hightower.
Drinking till dark.
up till the kind is gone. Pacing around with my wine and my robe, and the light in the house is on. I'm questioning my sanity, divinity. I see you in my dreams. If I could only get some sleep, but keeping a peaceful mind is like trying to catch the moonlight. I see you in my dreams. If I could only get some sleep, but keeping a peaceful mind is like treading water. I crash into it. Alone inside my skin, I push it down, then I smile again. Haven't answered my phone in days, 'cause they ask me how I've been. I'm questioning my sanity, divinity. I see you in my dreams. If I could only get some sleep, but keeping a peaceful mind is like trying to catch the moonlight. I see you in my dreams. If I could only get some sleep, but keeping a peaceful mind is like treading water. I crash into it. 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 Crash into I see you in my dreams. If I could only get some sleep, but keeping a peaceful mind is like trying to catch the moonlight. I see you in my dreams. If I could only get some sleep, but keeping a peaceful mind is like treading water. I crash into it. I crash into it. I crash into it.
Excellent. Treading Water by Hightower. That's our friend Lindsay Hightower there in episode 41 on the Forward Roots podcast, if you guys want to check that out. This next track is with a friend of ours that has been on the show, I think, 1,000 times. The name of the track is Lost in a Memory, and this is with our friend Joe Savage. And the most recent one we've got with him was actually episode 97. I suggest you guys go check that out. He talks about his trip to Spain and doing something called the Camino de Santiago, I believe. It's a 500-mile walk across Spain. It's incredible. That's episode 97, and this track is called Lost in a Memory.
Autumn rains begin to fall. You leaving makes no sense at all. I see the look upon your face. Oh, it takes me back to that place. Open highway here beside me. It's just you and your smile keeps me going every day. Another thought of you paves the way. Park the car, lose the keys, get drunk on a memory. I trace the footsteps in the snow. To that place that I still know. Well, everything is a sheet of white. No sign of life for miles. I see spring in a shade of blue, and your smile still shining through keeps me going every day. Another thought of you paves the way. Light the fire, burn the leaves, get lost in your memory. Saying goodbye is the hardest part. Sometimes I still feel you near. I'll say a prayer and lift up my heart. I hope you see it clear. I know you're here. I hear the waves crash to the shore. I let you go, I know you're not here anymore. I hope I see you again someday. I see your face light up the bay. Open highway here beside me. It's just you and your smile keeps me going every day. Another thought of you paves the way. Park the car, lose the keys, get drunk on a memory.
That song. That's Lost in a Memory by our friend Joe Savage. Most recent episode we've done with him was episode 97 on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Y'all go check that out. This next track is by a friend of ours that we really need to get back on the show. I haven't talked to this dude in forever, Mr. Shaq Mack. This song is with Shaq Mack and West Side Boogie. And he talks a little bit about this. I don't think they'd completely released it in episode 91 on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. The name of the song is On the Road, and it is from the album Where Do I Go From Here 2. Let's play it.
Yeah, whoa, oh shit. I'm on the road, yeah, trying to get home, yeah. What do you know? I never go broke, shit, I'm full of gold, yeah. Know that my heart can turn into rock, they keep throwing stones, yeah. No one alone, yeah. Know what I'm owed,
I'm on the road, yeah. Trying to get home, yeah. What do you know? I never go broke, shit, I'm full of gold, yeah. Know that my heart can turn the rocks, they keep throwing stones, yeah. I do it alone, yeah. Know what I'm owed,
Oh shit, self-worth, lately been thinking about self-worth. All you in all, you handled the fall, that shit you ain't know till you fell first. Self-worth, lately been thinking about self-worth. Shit, you gon' force me to wear all these feelings, and I'ma say fuck it and sell merch. You're meant to a prison, I see you with guilt, and look at you sitting. Oh shit, like who the magician that's tricking my niggas up out of position? Oh shit, now I'm conflicted again. My granny was broke, but still more peace than all of my riches and friends. Whoa, better start living again.
I'm on the road, yeah. Trying to get home, yeah. What do you know? I never go broke, shit, I'm full of gold, yeah. Know that my heart can turn the rocks, they keep throwing stones, yeah. I do it alone, yeah. Know what I'm owed,
I'm on the road, yeah. Trying to get home, yeah. What do you know? I never go broke, shit, I'm full of gold, yeah. Know that my heart can turn into rock, they keep throwing stones, yeah. Don't want alone, yeah. Know what I'm owed,
Been trying to find the balance with my inner peace. Phone steady buzzing, watch it ring. I ain't trying to speak. Reflecting on the times forgot, reflecting on the ones we lost. Life came centerfold, too much to wrap my mind across. But oh Lord, had to leave the world, attend to myself. Felt no help, just reflecting while my thoughts manifest. Ask myself, what it mean myself, I lose you. Being rich never mean shit.
Doesn't even matter at all, at all, at all.
Hey, why you upset?
I said, nothing even matters at all, at all, at all.
You know it don't matter, baby. I'm on the road, yeah, yeah. Trying to get home, yeah, yeah. What do you know? I never go broke, shit, I'm full of gold, yeah, yeah. Know that my heart can turn the rocks that keep throwing stones, yeah, yeah. I do it alone, yeah, yeah. Know when I'm home, know when I'm home.
Shaq Mack and Westside Boogie. That's On the Road from the album Where Do I Go From Here To? Y'all can find more information on that in the show notes for episode 91 with our friend Shaq Mack. Shaq, if you're listening to this, bud, we'd love to have you back on the show. This next track is something that if you are a Fort Worthian, you've heard. If you've gone to venues around town that play live music on a regular, there's a pretty good chance that you've seen this musician on one of the stages around here that you frequent. And if you've seen him, there's a good chance you've heard this song. It's one of my favorites in his lineup. This track is called The Lake Worth Monster by The Matthew Show. Mr. Matthew Broyles, our friend. You can find him in episode 142, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Tristan Morris is in that episode as well.
That law firm right there was a club that we played back in 19. Christ, you were in the 4th grade, and the girl who books shows there makes movies in Austin today. So come on now, let's play in the shack by the river. We used to have bras in all the rafters, and the halfway house calls out the next inmate number. I sip on my whiskey and pray that I'll make it through one more day. And I've traveled this town from the bars to the parks, and I've heard it make promises to me in the dark, and it lies just like I do, but it loves all the mess that we make. I am the monster who lives by the lake. Now downtown used to be dark as hell in the night. Now it's all full of grackles and bright Christmas lights. So I went down to the chat room so Taylor could fix me a drink. And I sit down to think about all of those people who've been good to me, even when I'm a bastard, even when I can't see. And I try to believe them when they tell me that I'll be okay, that I'll make it through one more day. And I've traveled this town from the bars to the parks, and I've heard it make promises to me in the dark, and it lies just like I do, but it loves all the mess that we make. I am the monster who lives by the lake. I'm driving up tollways with polite little trees, and I'm driving up north side past cemeteries that remind me of how little time that I've got left to be. Whatever I'll be, and I wanna love all of the people I love, and I wanna drink life from a big showdown cup, and I don't wanna leave all of this damage I leave, and the rent keeps on rising. I wonder how long I can be a part of this big tapestry. West 7th is changing. The dude bros run free, and the bars on Magnolia, they don't want acts like me. But Leon is playing from a speaker somewhere down the street. The circle's complete, so good night to the woo girls, good night to the bards, and good night to the bass cops, the stars upon Mars, and good night to the dreamers, wherever in town you may be, old, young, and all those yet to be. And I've traveled this town, from the bars to the parks, and I've heard it make promises to me in the dark. And it lies just like I do, but it loves all the mess that we make. I am the monster who lives by the lake. I am the monster who lives by the lake. I am the monster who lives by the lake.
Lake Worth Monster. There's a lot of little treats buried in there, a lot of Easter eggs inside those lyrics. Hope you caught some of those. That is the Matthew Show, and the name of that track is the Lake Worth Monster. That's our friend Matthew Broyles from episode 142, but he's also done probably like 8 episodes with us on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. So go check that out if you'd like to hear more. Episode 142. And by the way, the episodes I'm giving you guys, even if you don't go listen to them, if you need more details on these tracks and these artists, you can go to those episodes and just look at the show notes. Kind of getting towards the end of our lineup here. We got Heliotaxis, and I don't know that I said that correctly, but it's by an excellent local band, Gwasagi. And these guys do Japanese taiko music, and I always do, I think, a very poor job of describing exactly what this is, but they use traditional style taiko drums, and they put on one hell of a performance. It's more than just drumming. They try to incorporate the tradition and the movements and all the stuff that intertwines the culture behind this music. And it's really cool to watch them live. I know this because they now practice at the Fort Worth Roots podcast studio every Sunday. And if you guys want to catch a peek of that, you can come by the studio if you want, or we go live on Sundays periodically from TikTok, the Fort Worth Roots podcast TikTok account, and sneak in there while they're practicing and let you see what they're doing behind the scenes. But if you ever get a chance to go see Gwasagi, wherever they're playing, I promise you it's something that you've never seen before. This one is called Heliotaxis. The music is beautiful. It's great. But you got to see them live. You got to see them in person. So you can go find them on any of the social media. That's Goisagi, Guisagi. You can find more information about them in episode 92 on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. And this is another one, most of these are, that you can vote for in the Fort Worth Weekly right now. But you got to do it now because we're running out of time. Go to fwweekly.com and make your selections. You're looking for that 2023 music ballot, something like that. You'll find it. All right, we're getting to the end of this, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. It was kind of a last-minute idea I wanted to try it out, and we're going to do a 2024 version of this. If you are an artist and you would like to have your music sponsored on the Fort Worth Roots podcast, we have a submission form. So just hit me up one way or another. Send me a DM, email me, media@fortworthroots.com. Say, hey, I want my music added to your 2024 playlist, and we'll get it on there. Just find me one way or the other and tell me you want to be on there, and I'll send you the form. Basically just giving me permission to do pretty much what we're doing here today. We wanted to finish this set out strong, so we saved one of our favorite bands for last, and this is somebody that I really hope we can get to play for us during the 2024 music series that we're going to launch in March. And we're going to play at different venues all over town here in Fort Worth, Texas, with a different musician on stage every month. So hope you guys get to come out and participate in some of that. And if you are a business and you'd like to sponsor this, it's a lot cheaper than you think, but we could use your support. Hit me up. media@fortworthroots.com is our email. That's enough talking out of me. Let's close out this set with one of my absolute favorite local bands, Avery Burke. This first track is called But Jesus Loves Me, and the next one I'm going to play for you is called Alien, and it slaps. It slaps so hard. It's one of my favorite songs. You can find us chatting it up with Avery Burke on episode 104 on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Check that out. Guys, I hope y'all had fun with this. Let's play these two tracks.
Save the dirty look, save the damnation. You're stuck on a verse, you'll never be my salvation. Tell me why. Tell me why. You care so much about my preference when you're using the wrong reference. Tell me why. Tell me why. But Jesus loves me, even though I love her. And Jesus is in love with me, even though I'm in love with her. If God is love, then why you missing it? Tell me why. Jesus loves me, this I know. You ever feel alone in a crowded room? So many souls, but no one understands you. Many times I'm just trying to make it through another night, fight or flight. What do I do? It seems like nobody cares. Chemically unaware, mentally impaired. You're living a lie, dying to survive. It's fucking tearing me up inside. I think I'm an alien. You don't know where I've been. I think I'm an alien. You got me fucked up again. You ever feel like you're from a different planet? So much talk, can't understand it. Too much hate, too much fake, I can't relate. Why do you love to replicate and imitate? I'm from a place where love runs free. I guarantee that you're no better than me. So how about sit down? I hope you'll see. Let go of your ego and just be free. I think I'm an alien. You don't know where I've been. I think I'm an alien. You got me fucked up again.
All right, that one was Alien, and the track just before it was But Jesus Loves Me. And this is Avery Burke, one of my all-time favorite Fort Worth musicians. It's a sound that cannot be duplicated. We don't have anything else like this in town that I know of. Prove me wrong. Anyway, that was episode 104 where we sat down with Avery Burke, and we're looking forward to doing a lot more with her in the very near future. All right. That's it for today, my friends. We got some more stuff on the schedule coming up pretty soon. December 16th out at the Fort Worth Roots Podcast Studio. You're invited. You and all your musician buddies, anybody that wants to put their submission into the 2024 playlist for the Fort Worth Roots Podcast music playlist should come on out. December 16th at the Fort Worth Roots Podcast Studio. More details to come, but we're just going to have some finger foods and BYOB, maybe one or two bands on stage, hanging out and showing people for the first time, opening up the Fort Worth Roots Podcast Studio to the public so you guys can see what we got going on there. By the way, if you're a musician and you need a cheap, clean, quiet place to practice your music, we got a spot for you. You need space? We've got it. Hit me up, media@fortworthroots.com, and let's get you inside. Let's get you playing music inside the Fort Worth Roots Podcast Studio. All right, shout out to all of our friends that have been on the show. I mean, we went all the way back to like episode 37 with Matt Noveski. I think that was the earliest one here on this lineup today. It's been great. This has been one hell of a journey, and the show really has taken on a life of its own. It's been a lot of fun. You guys make sure that you go to fwweekly.com right now and go vote. I think that everybody except for Icarus Bell is on the lineup for the Fort Worth Weekly. I think. Don't quote me on that. Go look it up yourself and tell me how wrong I was. But most of these were on there. And most of these are people I voted for. Yeah, if not all of them. All right, let's talk about these sponsors. Let's see what we got here. Oh my God, I'm way off base. Where are we at? Here we go. Cowtown Nutrition, located at 5430 River Oaks Boulevard. They offer a healthy alternative to that compulsory fast food craving. You can also load up on your favorite Herbalife products and learn about their fitness groups that they hold on location at Cowtown Nutrition. Check them out on Instagram at Cowtown_nutrition. You guessed it. Pouring Glory. 1001 Bryan Avenue, Fort Worth, Texas, just off South Main Street. It's a growler refilling station. They've got Dog Park Sunday. And dude, if you haven't had their food, it is incredible. And Scott over there and his team have turned up the energy. They are doing live events all the time. This weekend, they had the PG Southside Marketplace, and it was great. The weather was wonderful. The turnout was great. And, of course, the food, the beer, the music, everything was excellent. If you're missing out on this, you're missing a piece of Fort Worth. So come on out. Pay attention to either the Fort Worth Roots podcast social medias or the Pouring Glory social medias for updates on what's coming next. Body Machine Fitness, 2300 West 7th Street, offers a truly one-of-a-kind fitness experience. Your first class has already been paid for. Go to bodymachinefitness.com to schedule your first high-energy cardio strength training, cutting-edge audio and lighting system. Show up early or stay after the class for the IR sauna, nutritious snacks in the lobby. McFly's Pub, a 1980s Back to the Future themed bar with a very impressive outdoor area. Fire pit, hang out and bring some friends. They've got pool, darts, cornhole, jumbo, Jenga. You can catch a live event with local musicians on stage multiple times every week. And Tommy Luke, I believe, is still doing the open mic Tuesdays. So something that you should definitely check out. Where are we at? Woodpost Metalworks. Guys, have y'all seen the new sign on the front of the studio? This thing is legit. Woodpost Metalworks made this thing. You can go to woodpostmetalworks.com and see what they can do for you. Make sure you use podcast 817. They know what they're doing. And they got a little bit of a backlog, which means they're busy. Not so much of a backlog that you should avoid them, but enough that you can tell that they're doing a lot of work. Halk Walker Originals are the ones that are responsible for making those tumblers that are so popular, the Fort Worth Roots podcast tumblers. You can go to halkwalker.com, check out their full line of craft goods, and if you need something personalized, I can take care of that too. Again, that is halkwalker.com. And then, of course, Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck. Roofing Solutions Houck.com is where you can find them online, or 817-882-6520. Let them know you heard about them on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. They'll give you 50% off a roofing tune-up, which is something that you need periodically to take care of your roof. So don't miss out on that. Crewwear. Crewwear is where you can go to buy that 817 shirt you see me rocking just about everywhere I go. I've got a couple of them, okay? I know you guys see me wearing that shirt a lot, and you're like, does this guy own any other shirts? Does he do laundry? But I have 2 of those shirts. It's actually time for me to re-up a little bit. 2 more. I've worn them so much and laundered them so many times that they're starting to show some signs. But that's because I wear them a lot. So anyway, Crewwear. Go to the Fort Worth Roots podcast website at fortworthroots.com. Go to Trusted Sponsors. You can click on that, and you can actually see all the sponsors that we're talking about today. But you can also find Crewwear. Click on that, and then scroll on down to that 817 shirt that you can't live without. It's awesome. It's the only thing I've ever worn in my life where I've been walking through a restaurant. Somebody's like, excuse me, I'm sorry. Where'd you get that shirt? So check that out. FortWorthRoots.com. Hit that trusted sponsors tab. Hit that and look for Crewwear, and it'll take you to his little website. Outstanding. Guys, I hope y'all really enjoyed that. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and we just opened up the floodgates for our musicians, and we did a little event so that they could come out, fill out a form, and submit their music for the 2024 music series. Little podcast episode we're going to do for that, and we're going to do it every year. I'm looking forward to that. And then I think what we'll do is we'll also have a vote for everybody's favorite track, and then give away an award at our September event. Next year is going to be great. We're going to start off in March. We're going to go all the way through September. It's going to be a different band on stage all over town at different venues from March to September, and then everybody's going to play on one stage for our September event. And we're going to do that every year too. It's going to get bigger and better and more awesomer. But I hope you guys can come out. And like I said, it's not up to the people that are on the couch and don't want to go to these events. It's not up to them. We can't convince them to come out. We need you, their friends, the people that already go to these shows, the people that I see at every one of these shows. You guys, my friends, my homies, my compadres. You guys, you've got to start calling up your friends and be like, hey, we're going to see Cutthroat Finches tonight at Friday on the Green, and we need you to come. Or, hey, we're going to go watch Matthew Broyles play at Pouring Glory tonight. We want you to come with us. Guys, most of these shows are free. Almost all of them. You know, there's a few places that charge a cover, but a lot of them are free. You know, so come on out. Guys, it's getting rough out there. I'm not going to drop any names, but if we don't support our local businesses, namely the restaurants and the music venues, they're going to go. You remember Mass? You remember Maine at Southside? Mm-hmm. Well, that's exactly what happened. People weren't going, and so they closed their doors. Now, I don't have permission to say that, so hypothetically, that's what happened. But yeah, man, we got to support these guys. So if you're going to go out to eat, you know, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Instead of going to like a Cheddar's or a Chili's or some god-awful nationwide chain like that, maybe try out one of these other restaurants, okay? And maybe instead of spending $600 on a nosebleed ticket for a Garth Brooks show at Dickies, maybe you use those same funds to go see 100 bands throughout the year. Spread the love. Go see some awesome shows. Talk to the musicians. Hang out. Take some pictures with the band. I mean, it'd be great. If you're not taking advantage of the thing that makes Fort Worth so special, you're missing out. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Don't forget, guys, Fort Worth Weekly, fwweekly.com. Go and vote for the 2023 ballot. A lot of the musicians, if not all of them, except for Matt Noveski, are on that ballot. So go vote for your people, man. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Monday. See you.